Hello, everybody. This is Karen from Goats with Horns Animal Sanctuary on Real Time Animal Rescue. And today's Sanctuary Spotlight is going to be featuring our ducks. Elvis, who is this black duck in this pen with me here, and then Bruno Mars, which is the grayish one, but we'll go visit him soon, and then Clyde, which is the more white one on the other side. So I was going to feature one of our goats today, but since I have to clean these duck pools right now, I figured I would just talk about the ducks. So we have these kiddie pools. This one is buried in the ground because this pen used to house a couple of elderly ducks, so it just made it easier for them to get in and out. We empty these and clean them 3 times a week. They get done on Saturdays, and then I do them on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the summer. In the winter, I don't really fret about it too much. But in the summer, I just, to avoid mosquitoes and stuff like that, I try to clean them out more often. As you can see, they get very dirty. This was just cleaned out and pristine on Tuesday. So the ducks don't seem to really mind dirty water all that much, but they also love their clean water. So hold on, I have to unplug this. So what I'm doing right now is I'm draining the pools using a sump pump. And we just take the hose and put it out there in the field, and it plugs in over there. So then what I do is once I get the sump pump ready, I just plug it into the extension cord. Well, anyway, so yeah, like I was saying, I don't usually fret about these pools too much in the winter time, but we had a lot of mosquitoes last year. So I just decided that this summer I'm going to drain these, rinse them out. So I just drain it, rinse it out, and refill them with nice clean water. So like I said, they get scrubbed on Saturday, and then I just kind of empty them, rinse, refill them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And hopefully you guys can stick with me long enough through this whole process. It doesn't take very long, maybe about 20 minutes. And then you can see how happy these guys get when they get their nice fresh water. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drag this pool out. It didn't really drain as much as I wanted it to. So I don't like spilling the dirty water in here. Because in my opinion, of all the farm animals, the duck poop is the stinkiest poop. Okay. So yeah, if you're just tuning in, I'm Karen with Goats with Horns Animal Sanctuary on Real Time Animal Rescue. And I'm just in the process of cleaning out these duck pools. And then we'll get to meet the ducks a little bit more. Oh, see, that's not what I wanted to happen, but that's okay because he gets all excited. There's probably bugs under there. So this is Elvis. Elvis used to free roam around the property with his buddy Liberace. And unfortunately, last summer, we had a predator, an owl, supposedly picking off some of our birds. And unfortunately, Liberace was one of the victims of that incident. So at that point was when we decided Elvis needed to be in a stall. And at that point, there was an elderly duck living in here, and they got along just fine. And then the elderly duck passed away. We tried to that was Huey. So we still have a little magnet up there. I don't remember if it was Huey or Dewey. Now I feel bad. I can't remember. So Elvis lived in here. I think it was Huey, the old guy, the old white guy. He passed away, and then we tried to put Elvis in with the other 2 ducks because he's taken up this whole entire stall. But they get along through the fence. They do not get along within the fence. So we just leave it be for now. We have enough room in here that we can utilize this stall for, feeding. Like Esperanza comes in here, and then when she's done with her breakfast, I'll rotate her out and then put Gilbert in here for his breakfast. And that works fine, Ideally, we could have a whole full empty stall because you just never know, like we've got a medical case or new arrivals and stuff like that. It would be nice to have that extra space, but, we make it work. We just had the new boys come in this past week, Frankie and Merman, and they were in a stall, I think, overnight. And then they've been out and about with the rest of the animals since, and they're doing fine. Okay, so we're going to come in here. This is Bruno Mars and Clyde's enclosure. And unfortunately, I don't really know much about Bruno Mars and Clyde, where they came from. They're really pretty ducks. The whiter one here, that's Clyde, and that's Bruno Mars. These guys are like bonded brothers, but they're not like really people friendly. You know, we can't go over there and pick them up or pet them or anything. Okay, so now we're working on pool number 2. So unfortunately, we have a kink in the hose. Show them the kink, baby. Let it go. So it works better if one of us can stand here and just hold the hose up. And so we're going to drain this one. And I think I'll go give the other pool a rinse. So, you know, this is just one of the other things that we have to do to keep our animals happy and healthy and cool in the summer and stuff. We have had 2 ducks get botulism, and we have measures in place to prevent, I believe that comes from cockroaches. So I believe there's measures in place to avoid that from happening. And like I said, last summer, we had a lot of mosquitoes. So I'm just kind of doing this to prevent having too much standing water around so they don't breed. And like I said, the ducks, they're funny. They're really funny because if I, make some mud in their pen or dump out a, dirty thing of water, they love it. They go right to it and they drink it up. And I think it's like, oh my God, you guys are so gross. But they do love a clean pool. So I don't know. The funny thing is sometimes I'll take that hose and put it on really light sprinkler mode thinking, oh, they're ducks. They like water. They'd love some rain. They don't. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this pool back in here and we'll start filling it up. I think the other pool can wait. I'm just going to do this one so you guys can kind of witness how happy he gets when he gets this nice fresh water. And excuse my voice. I've been feeling a little under the weather this week, and it sounds like my voice might give out, which will probably make a lot of people happy. All done already? Well, that was fast. So that second pool is already done and drained. That was super fast. So yeah, if you're just tuning in, I'm Karen from Goats with Horns Animal Sanctuary on Real Time Animal Rescue, and I'm just showing you the ducks. We've got Elvis over here, this little black ducky. You may notice that he has like a cute little puff on the back of his head. It's hard to see because, like I said, these guys are kind of skittish from humans. So, if we really needed to, if we needed to give them medical attention or something like that, we could easily pick them up, but we don't really force that on them unless it's necessary. But if you look really close, you can see that he has kind of like a little poof on the back of his head. And it's actually really adorable. But what I found out is that's actually like a genetic mutation. So just like, any other animal, dogs, cats, they get some kind of mutation and breeders think that's cute. So they continue that on. But from what I understand, what that is actually like a hole in their skull. So while it's just cute, it's probably not either necessary or really actually good for them. And like as I stated earlier, Elvis used to kind of free roam the property. So we had 2 old boys in here, Huey and Dewey, and then we had Bruno Mars and Clyde on that side. But the Elvis and Liberace, they were the bonded pair, and they would come over here, even though they had free reign of the property, they'd come over here at a certain time of day, and all 6 ducks would like sit and quack, quack, quack at each other and have a little meeting. That was really cute. But like I said, these guys, they can't live together in the same pen, but they get along fine through the fence, I guess. So, Elvis's pool is filling up, and, just to recap, we drain these pools with a sump pump, drag them out, we rinse them off, we refill them 3 times a week, especially in the summer. more often in the summer because we don't want to get like standing water and like attract mosquitoes and stuff like that. And although the water looks really nasty, it seems like the ducks don't really seem to really fuss too much about how clean or dirty the water is. But once you do give them a clean pool, they go kind of crazy for it. So yeah, it's our guy Elvis. And then these are his friends. Bruno Mars is this gray one here. That's Clyde, the whiter one there. So these guys are eagerly awaiting. But they do get, because Mark just pulled their pool out of that area, and there was probably bugs under there, so they get all excited and go eat all the bugs. What do you think, Elvis? What do you think, Cutie Pie? I mean, I wish I could give you guys more backstory on Bruno Mars and Clyde. I just don't really know. I don't even really know where Elvis came from. I just know that, these guys have actually all been here since before I've been here. And I've been here for almost 4 years. And there's their lovely, clean pool. You ready to get in, Elvis? See if he jumps in for you. They usually like to wait until the pool is full for some reason. What do you think, Elvis? Yeah, he might be ready to hop in. There you go. Oh, yeah, nice clean water. I love watching ducks drink water. So, yeah, if you're just tuning in, this is Karen from Goats with Horns Animal Sanctuary on Real-Time Animal Rescue, and I'm in the process of draining and rinsing and refilling our ducks' pools. I do this a couple times a week. Well, I do this on my days, and it gets done on the weekend as well, just to kind of keep them clean and avoid standing water to attract mosquitoes and stuff like that. And this is Elvis's pen. Elvis lives in here all by himself. Bruno Mars and Clyde are on the other side. We've tried to put all three together, but this doesn't work. They seem to get along better with a fence between them. So yeah, this is, like I said, just one of the other things that we have to do to keep them healthy and happy. With that being said, I'm actually going to probably cut this a little shorter than I wanted to. I just wanted to wait and see if Elvis would go for a dip, but I think my voice is about to go, which will probably make a lot of people happy today if I have no voice. What do you think, Elvis? You ready to get in? I'm just hoping he'll hop in there for you. It's pretty cute. Pretty soon. He's pretty smart. He actually knows when, not to hop in there yet because he won't float. They are cute when they drink, though. Fascinating stuff here, people, watching a duck pool fill up. Oh, he's after something over there. Like I said, when we move their pool isn't buried in the ground. This one just happens to be because this pen used to house 2 elderly ducks, so it just made it easier for them to get in and out of the pool. The other 2 ducks, their pool isn't buried in the ground, so when I move it, there's usually bugs under there, and they get pretty excited about that. A little snacky besides what we feed them. We give them, I guess it's the same pellets the chickens eat, and then we also feed them greens every day. They've got a little romaine lettuce today, spinach, stuff like that. We give them a little bit of greens every single day. And I'm absolutely in shock that this guy hasn't gone for a dip yet. What do you think, Elvis? So yeah, if you're just tuning in, this is Elvis the duck waiting for his little pool to fill. I don't know what he's doing right there. It's pretty funny. Dunking his head in and out. He's just waiting for his little pool to fill up. Oh, I think he's about to go in. Like I said, unfortunately, I don't know a whole lot of the backstories of these 3 ducks. There we go. That's a happy ducky. But I do have to drain and rinse their pools a couple times a week. So I thought I'd introduce you to the ducks and show you that process all at the same time. I don't want to bug them, make them get out, but I have to get the hose. I was saying earlier that sometimes I'll put this hose on, just a really light sprinkle. They might tolerate that, but if you like send water their way, they freak out, which I thought was odd because they're ducks. They love water. So yeah, there's Elvis, all happy, and his nice, freshly cleaned pool. Is that good, buddy? Yeah. And the other 2 are eagerly awaiting their fresh pool. Their pool is still out of the stall being rinsed off currently. And then Mark will bring it back in and refill theirs. And then they'll be happy just like Elvis. All right, if you're just tuning in, I'm Karen from Goats with Horns Animal Sanctuary on Real-Time Animal Rescue, and I'm just in the process of finishing up draining and rinsing and refilling the duck pool. So I thought I would show you that process while introducing you to the ducks at the same time. This is our single guy, Elvis. He lives in this. So Mark just gave the other guys a little rain shower. This is Elvis, and he lives in this stall all by himself. He did live in here with another duck at one point who passed away, and we did try to put him in the other stall with the other 2 ducks, Bruno Mars and Clyde, but it didn't not work out. But they get along fine through the fence. So there's Elvis, happy as could be in his nice, freshly cleaned pool. And if you've tuned in today, I thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.